Psychic Protection 101. I have been fascinated by this subject for years, for so many different reasons, and I have talked about it, I've alluded to it. I have never in a 15-minute video tried to consolidate the basics of psychic protection for those of you that are open to this information. And this affects all of you. This is a very popular topic. Awareness of archons and mind control has just skyrocketed in the last couple of years, especially archons, thanks to the work of Laura Eisenhower and so many others. And so, because I am sensitive and I have worked very hard to smash obsolete belief systems, and I'm in the public eye, and I've got thousands of videos and radio shows out there on the web. Because I'm sensitive, I'm tapping into that information. I'm tapping into the other people that are watching my stuff, including people that don't like me. And sometimes it comes through like a psychic attack. Sometimes I attract energies from those that don't want me talking about their dark grid, and it upsets them. So things happen in my life where I see people shift on me. And I could actually write a book, and one day I may, for those that are open to this. But I've seen people shift on me, and I realize this is not schizophrenia. I realize there are more people, some call them light workers, some have other terms or terminologies to describe these people, but it seems to me that those on the spiritual path, when they're in a growth curve or growth period, a lot of backlash energy comes their way to disrupt them and actually threaten or frighten them from evolving as a soul. And a lot of people go through these growth curves, and it comes in different ways in people's lives when they're at a very significant point in their life. And it comes in so many different forms. So I think the time is right. Now that I've talked about some of these issues in the last couple of videos, I've talked about recent harassment that has been occurring in my life, and I talked about the pattern recognition, how this is occurring at a time in my life where I'm doing more meditation to clear my own energy and ground myself. And that's what we're talking about today. Psychic Protection 101 with Alex Ansary, the grounding cord, and more. So you're going to need to hear what's being said, but also practice each aspect of it by itself instead of running it all together, unless this is something that you're already familiar with. Kind of like martial arts. Learn one move at a time, one strike at a time, then progress to the next application or tool once you've mastered the first. I don't claim to be a master of anything. I don't claim to be a perfect person. I don't claim to be a human being with all of his darkness removed by the fact that I'm talking about this. These exercises help me become a better person. These exercises help me see myself as I am and clear out my own pictures, my own drama, my own issues, to ground myself so I can talk to you with a clear head without screaming my head off as you've seen me do so many times before. Now, we all love that aspect of myself, but seriously, we got to be grounded dealing with the information that we're dealing with. And ultimately, spiritual warfare is taking place right now. So looking at it from that point of observation, we've got to get specific. Let me start here, and let's get back into the grounding. If you're going to be looking in the direction of certain things, government energy, alien energy, they may be aware you're looking at them. It's like looking at the particle or looking at the object and it becoming, going from energy to an actual particle simply because it's being looked at. Or how you know when someone's looking at you, that sensation of, is someone looking at me? Well, when you're looking at the eye of Sauron, you got to protect yourself. There's a lot of people that are looking, they're trying to understand what Sauron's up to. I'm alluding to Lord of the Rings. I'm alluding to this all-seeing eye concept, also known as Satan, also known as Shaitan, also known as El Diablo, or the King Archon, Lucifer. So, as we look at the top of the pyramid, don't think those energies aren't looking back going, excuse me? You looking at something? Oh, you're going to call out the dark side. Yeah, who are you to call out the dark side? You're nothing. That's certainly what's happening to me as a result of me even referencing their agenda, because I'm seeing it. So I'm seeing their backlash. Grounding 101 is about connecting yourself to the root of the earth through a grounding cord. To prepare yourself for this, you want to get in the body. You want to get in the body, and I'm hoping this camera is cooperative. If not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the video at whatever point I leave off at. Because every other video I'm doing, I'm getting glitches. If that's the case, I'll upload at that point and just continue my flow and go on to video 2. I'm not going to let anything disrupt the flow of what I'm about to start. You don't have to be an expert at this to talk about this or teach this. You can be a beginner. You don't have to be a saint. I don't have to be a saint. But some of these techniques are universal. You don't have to go to yoga class or go do yoga to do this. You don't have to discount other meditations that deal with being in the heart, which is the strongest electromagnetic part of the body itself. But that's another meditation. This is about being clear. This is about being grounded. This is about protecting your bubble. So the first aspect of all of this is to get in your body. To get relaxed, to get here. Always a challenge for me. But just be here. Be in the body, don't be out there. Be in the actual body for this particular meditation. Thank yourself for being here in the body. And be in the head. Be aware of that 6th chakra, that part of you that can see. At least keep your consciousness, your focus on the upper chakras, not the lower chakras. You might find sexual thoughts coming in randomly to kind of almost distract you, just a wild image that can take you back down to the lower chakras. You might be thinking about wanting to take a hit off that pipe all of a sudden. It's like, no, for this meditation, you stay away from the pipe. You clear yourself and you get there. No outside interference. And there's other things that we'll talk about as well that get more specific into removing some of those extra thoughts. But breathing and getting relaxed, deep breathing, that diaphragm, or just observing your breath, Vipassana or Vipassana style, many different ways to say it, that's a great way to start. Breathe. Just breathe. Now, after you get here, the next part is to give yourself the energy to do the work that you're going to do. And I'm merely sharing a particular method that I have learned that is similar to what a lot of others are doing, but it took me years to come across this. And I've been interested in meditation practice for years. And I think it has some very powerful results. And, I think people that take this stuff seriously might want to start applying this in their life. So you can go ahead and breathe for a half hour or an hour, do whatever it is you do to get relaxed and calm. But the next level is picturing a very large gold sun above your head. And in the center of that gold sun, in the mind's eye, this is all being done in the mind, that makes it real. You put a magnet in the center of the sun, and that magnet is to draw your energy from the past, from the future, and the present. Other thoughts, defending yourself from someone's attack, maybe even thinking about someone you admire, maybe someone you were sharing information with, or they were sharing information with you. You're in their head, they're in yours, etc. We're sharing information a lot. You want to pull your energy back in the center of that sun, that magnet, and make it big, as big as you can. And the more you do this, the more it will be easier to visualize it getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So one thing at a time. So you got a big sun. It's boiling now. It's hot. It's all your energy. Maybe even put different colors in that sun, the colors of the rainbow for added effect. And you bring in that gold essence. There's different ways of doing this. You can advance this over time, picturing amusement and happiness and clarity in that sun. So basically putting a certain energy with an attributed color or all the colors, and then basically popping a hole under that sun and picturing that golden energy pouring all through your body, all through your aura, and spilling down to the center of the earth. In particular through the grounding cord, which is the next aspect. So once you're filled in, take the time to do this slowly. You poke the hole, you let it come and wash you out for a few minutes. You can do it for a little bit longer. It's all about the visualization. That's what makes it real. And believing that you can do it. Even if you have some atheist energy in you. Your mind is powerful in so many different ways. And that's what makes these meditations powerful. So once you've washed yourself and you're taking this spiritual bath of golden energy, protecting your space, you're drawing those boundaries You let it wash down. This is energizing you. This is filling you up. All the chakras are being washed with this golden energy. Okay, so do that, and I'm going to do that now. This is all your energy, no one else's energy. That's pure, and it's powerful. Solar powered. I often think about how powerful these meditations can be during geomagnetic storms, or times when the sun is active. That's something else we'll come back to later on. Ponder this. And you know, the back channels, as I've been learning, a lot of stuff get attached to the back channels. Back of the crown, back of the sixth, back of the fifth, back of the fourth, back of the third, second, back of the second, first. People think this is New Age, and some people don't want this information out there. That part's been shown to me. That's why this video is being made. That's why when you hear certain things, go look up on the internet and learn more about these things. I'm a beginner at this, but yet I feel like I've learned this in another lifetime, to be frank. I thought about the grounding cord meditation, which is next. We're going to do that in the next video. We got 4 minutes left. I thought about the grounding cord meditation when I was 22 years old on a 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat, which is, again, a technique that's not a bad way to start this. Just breathe. Observe your breath. Don't react to it. Don't scratch. Just let that be what it is. Observe it. Look at it. Go deep and just observe. Observe. And there's these Dhamma talks by Goenka, and he's got the Indian accent. Observe. Observe. It's very and a very pleasant part of the experience. And you're going for 10 days, and you're not eating meat, you're not smoking cigarettes, no sexual activity, no alcohol or drugs. And you're just breathing. Women over here, men over here. Nothing Islamic about it. Just, this is the time to focus. Just relax. And don't react to it. Be equanimous. This term comes up, equanimous. Get out of the reactive mind, the monkey mind. As those thoughts come, let those thoughts be there. Just observe. Just observe. And as you observe, the mind gets quiet. As you're less reactive, you become more aware. This is the basics of Vipassana meditation. I've intended to talk about this for a few years. There's a certain level of, hesitation I think that I've had about it. I think a lot of people weren't ready for it, but I think that there's a lot of people now that are. And there's no reason why we shouldn't talk about some of these meditation practices, because a lot of people do now in today's world understand the value of meditation. They understand this is not about a faith. Vipassana applies to all faiths. This is not a New Age teaching. But there are ignorant voices out there that will come in and say such things. And I think that those are the dark energies that are coming in to disrupt the work that we're here to do. And I'm not going to let that happen any longer. No one is going to dictate the content on my YouTube channel. We are going to discuss the grounding cord meditation when we come back in a minute and a half. But what I want to make sure you understand is the beginning is just to be here. Do whatever it is that you do, work out, stretch, chi ball meditation, a little aikido. Get that energy already going in your body. Get it moving. Get here. Be here now. All those concepts and so much more. There are whole books just based upon that one concept. But that's step one. Be here now. Deep breathe. Observe your breath. Whatever works for you to get in the most centered space. And then, from there, bring in the energy via the gold sun as large as you can. A magnet pulling in your energy from the past, the present, and the future. And bring that golden energy into your body. And let that wash away the foreign energy. And let it wash away so many things. It's like taking a shower that moves the dead cells off of your body. And so this energizing golden sun is what prepares you from the grounding cord for the grounding cord meditation, which is what follows. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to pause for a few moments, and we'll be back.